Alright, welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. How y'all? On a, what is today? Wednesday? Wednesday? Yeah, gun class day. So it's Wednesday. Absolutely. Alright. So everything going good here. Rainy afternoon. I had to run out and do a few things. Running around in the rain. The old work phone may go off a time or two. We're working on something, but things just happen that way sometimes. All right, so we're going to get a shave on. As you can see, it's been more than a day. Oh, boy, a nice warm rag. Always nice. Yeah. But it's not a whole lot more today. It's a day and a half or so, I guess. But we're going to get it cleaned up. So I was digging around trying to figure out which razor I wanted to use today. And I came across this, the 1940s style Super Speed. And I don't even remember now. This is the black tip. And at one time, I erroneously thought that the black tip meant that it was the more milder version, but that's not true. When you got into the flare tips, you had the blue tip, which was the mild, the non-painted tip was the regular, and then the red tip was for the heavier beards. But in these, this is a W-4. And if someone wants to go look the date up on that, I have before. I don't remember what it is, but anyway. And this is, of course, when you say safety razor, 99% of the world thinks of the old Gillettes that you turn the bottom and the clamshell doors open. And that's fine. That's not a bad thing to think of. But anyway, I actually have my grandfather's 1957 Super Speed. It was one of the regular flare tip Super Speeds. And we do a family shave every once in a while with that. I have another one of my grandfather's brushes. And then I have a great uncle of mine's mug that I keep some soap in and stuff. So anyway, we'll do that one day. We're going to finish up today. I'm going to go ahead and show it off. Virgin Island Bay Rum. Hadn't used that in a while. It's really good stuff. I got my little Turkish boar brush, and we're going to use the Dollar Tree soap. So it's just a simple, straightforward thing today with some Cafe Bustelo to get my night started. So I was digging around for blades, and I found these Gillette thin blades. Now I'm thinking that these, since they say they're from Boston, Massachusetts, USA, I'm thinking these are vintage blades. And I don't know a whole lot about two-sided thingy blades, but I'm thinking this is a vintage blade. And they generally work good. A lot of the vintage single-edge blades and things of that nature don't work so good, even if you try to strop them or bring them back. But I've found that a lot of the vintage two-sided thingies, the thin blades rather, the regular, not the old three-hole blades, but the more modern blades, I find that they tend to have aged well and they work really well. So this is a Gillette thin blade that we're going to use, a brand new blade. I could have put another Wilkerson in there. I've got some more of those, but anyway, we're going to do it this way. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with a two-sided shave. I'm a single-edge fan and an injector razor fan, but there's nothing wrong with a two-sided. And these old Super Speeds, they're just the backbone of the safety razors. They made Super Speeds for a long time. Then you had the Lady Gillette, which was like a long-handled Super Speed, and they've got the 40 style, and then they started making the flare tips, and then they went back to the and then they've got the models all the way up into the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. It had like the black on the handle and stuff. And so yeah, there were a lot of different Super Speed stuff. They kind of won the turf war, especially the marketing war. That was the razor that I think really does it, and that's why I say when people think of safety razors, that's pretty much what they think. Y'all excuse me half a second. And all right, so anyway, there we go. There we go. All right, get rid of those for right now. But it's an easy peasy shave with a Super Speed. They're, I think, relatively easy to find, relatively inexpensive, and they were built good. So mostly when you find them, it's what you get. Now, a lot of the modern razors, the Vanderhagens, and some others that I'm not going to be able to think of the name of right this second. Even the Dollar Tree Assured razor twist open, they're just knockoffs of the Super Speeds. That was probably the most copied, other than the three-piece like the old or the Tex or something like that. Other than the three-piece Gillettes, that is probably, and it may even be more knocked off the twist open. May be more of a knockoff than anything. Oh boy, there we go. All righty, so there's absolutely nothing different. It's just angle and pressure. Now, if you're having problems with one of these, there used to be a saying over at the Shave Den with the group over there, and they called it riding the cap. And it helps with if you're having problems with angle. So what you do is you start with it up like this, and then you bring the handle down until it starts cutting the way you want it. And you're pretty much going to keep in contact with your face with the cap. And that'll help you hold consistent pressure and angle and all. That's what they used to call ride the cap over there. And it works with other razors, not just these, but you know, it's a good thing. Like the you know, the Micromatics, they were made to be run flat on the face, and if you get a little on the cap on this one, it's going to be great. Keeps you a nice shallow angle, so you don't end up with a bunch of irritation or anything. This old blade is just fine. Doing a good job, the old Gillette thin blade. My sink apparently has a little water seepage out through the thing. All right, here we go. Woo, boy. Well, yeah, I went to the office yesterday. Didn't go in today. They had a class today, so the place was going to be full of people, so I didn't go in today. But I did go in yesterday. I'm trying to get an office day every once in a while. Got some really good folks I work with up in the office. I don't think any of them watch my videos here. But if you are, Miss Kim, you're who I'm talking about. She keeps the office going and everything, and when we need to fill a shift or whatever, she keeps everything in her head that I have to go look up. Because you got to remember who can work when and who can work where and who has other jobs and when their availability is. I never can remember all that. For scheduling purposes, I have to go look it up and then call and ask. She keeps all that in her head. Oh, that's the kind of office people support you need to make everything a whole lot better. A lot of times you cannot be as good as you might think you are, but if you got good support, then you look like you as good as you think you are. And I think that's the important part. Always give the illusion, right? That's just like I always wanted a sign over my desk that says, always give the illusion you care. You don't gotta care most of the time, you just gotta look like you do. Because sometimes, as we all know, it is very hard to fight the urge to look at somebody that's been sitting there and look at them and you can't look at them and go, I don't care. You can't really do that. It's unprofessional. But sometimes you really want to. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. I'm definitely right. Oh, and then while I'm thinking about it, had some suggestions on what might have been wrong with my cruise control. It wasn't a bulb out. It wasn't a blown fuse. What happened was that on that truck, the switch is a little stalk on the back side of the steering wheel that comes out of the column. And the back cover had come off of that little stalk that comes out. So it wasn't holding everything in place where when you push the button to turn it on where it would make contact and work. So I found that piece and I thought I had thrown it away. I was actually thought for a little while that I had picked it up and thrown it away. And I never throw anything away. And that's why, because quick as you do, you're going to need it, right? Well, come to find out, I was looking for something else, and I ran across that little piece. I had picked it up off the floor and dropped it into the side of the door. So I didn't throw it away. So anyway, that's all fixed now. But that RAM of mine, somebody mentioned I had a tail light out, but that RAM of mine actually tells you when you have a light out, and will tell you which one it is. Recently had a front light went out, and it told me which one it was, and the front blinker on the passenger side, and it actually told me that. So that's pretty nice, I guess. But I don't know, driving something that's smarter than me. Don't know how good that is, right? But there you go. So anyway, that problem sorted out, so everything's good there. All right, well looky there, we done finished up a shave. Did our little witch hazel touch up there with our W-4 black tip super speed. This one's a beautiful shape, got both of the end caps on it still, and it doesn't have a bunch of plate loss or anything. Still got nice black, that plastic knob on the bottom. So everything, that's a really nice Gillette there. It's in really good shape. Should be, it doesn't get used very much at all. But there you go, so another rainy day here. If anybody's keeping score, it rained again today. I think it's raining now, it was a little while ago. That's nothing unusual in this part of the world. I finished up a big old pot of cabbage soup I had made the other day. It was raining outside, so I popped something in it on the TV and warmed me up some soup, and that was my lunch. So there you go. That's what's going on in my world. Hope things are going on good in your world. And if they aren't, I hope they get better. If you need some help making it better, yeah, let me know. Unless it involves work or money, I might be able to help you out. Shout out to my sister. Hope things are going good over there, sis. Hope the chickens are doing good and everything. All right, so we'll see y'all, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Look at that. We're under 10 minutes, looks like. Hold on, let me get my glasses on real quick. Look at that. Oh, we're at 12 minutes. All right, so we're over 10 minutes. All right. So anyway, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, happy shades to you.